you have to say Singapore to finish fourth, to be racing the World Championship leading car at the end of the Grand Prix, and unfortunately through a safety car lose a podium. But that makes the spirit higher, that puts you in fighting spirit, to achieve another goal. And here we go into the third year. Hopefully we can do that. The team, I feel are ready for it. I feel I'm ready for it. It's just about making sure we can get that consistency and understand the car when we perform, that we can repeat it.
Yes, speaking of consistency, it was a little bit of a strange year from the outside looking in for you, particularly in the second half, with obviously Nico getting comfortable in the team, showing a lot of pace. Can you talk a little bit about that second half of the season from your perspective?
For whatever reason, luck wasn't on my side, and when we were looking in good shape, it just didn't seem to unfold the way it should have done. But you get tough times. Maybe the tracks and my driving style I had to look at a bit more closely. I've tried to do that over the winter, and believe me, I'll come out stronger from it. It's all about experience. If you look where I was at the beginning of the season compared to him, I know I've got it to certainly challenge him, and this year it'll be good to be there and actually race him. Not as much as a friend, but more as a competitor on a different team.
Can you be a bit more specific about driving style? How would you describe your driving style as it was, or perhaps how it will be in the future?
That's for you to work out. That's one of my strengths, and that's something I can use against other people. Never discuss their weaknesses or even their positives, because that's what we look at each other, and that's where we try to come down on top of each other.
How, by the end of the year, how would you have characterised the difference in style between the two?
There was a definite style difference, and we identified that probably a little bit too late. I think the way that the tyres went in the latter half of the season, with the way that the compound choices that we have for the last few races didn't complement Paul's driving style, did complement Nico's style quite a lot, and I think we were a bit late in identifying what we needed to do.
Can you be a bit more specific there?
It's the way that basically the way that the tyre is loaded up as it goes into the corner, depending on what your driving style is like, and Nico's style definitely helped get the best out of hard compounds. When you're struggling to get the tyres working, his style helps that. Paul's style he's quite aggressive driver in that respect. Paul's a lot smoother in his style. So when the compound needs some aggression to get it into its real sweet spot, he wouldn't say struggling, but it just never happened for him, and it took us a while to really to dig into the minutiae of the data to actually see the difference, because it is very, very subtle. It is very subtle, but we in the end we could see it, and I think and that was something that we learned too late last year. It's something that we now understand a lot more about, and so we completely understand it. We understand a lot more about it. So it's something that Paul's been working on in the simulator, which has been good. So we're prepared. It's another area of the tyres that we didn't think we were going to have to get involved with, but we've been sucked into it, and it obviously is important, as you can see.
Given the way the compounds are going for 2013, isn't there an argument for saying to Paul, just keep doing what you're doing?
Oh yes. We're well aware that the tyres could move towards us rather than us having to move towards the tyres. So yes, let's wait and see. I think he's quite excited that with Pirelli's statements about making it a bit more, they're going a bit more aggressive. And I think his little smile on his face there would indicate that he's quite happy with that.
Personal fitness, Jerry Convey still part of your team?
Yeah, he is. It's nice to have that, another Scottish person surrounding me. But Jerry knows me. We've got a great relationship. Last year, he took my fitness level to, beyond where I ever thought I could achieve. And I've really put a lot of effort in over the winter just to try and build that baseline back up, because you lose it after travelling so much with the fatigue. And it's nice to feel at the moment how good you feel very quickly. That'll be put to good test, because you're doing 2 or 3 days in Jerez, and your neck starts to seize up, and you really get put under pressure to do a lot of laps and perform.
Sahara Force India did a great job last year relative to some major factory teams, Mercedes being a good example. How did you feel nonetheless when other drivers were being mentioned at Ferrari and McLaren, and indeed when Sergio Perez went to McLaren?
I was doing the job I had to do and on track. I was performing. Ultimately, I want to be winning races, but be very positive. We may win a race at Sahara Force India this year, and that's the focus, and that's where you've got to keep the level. My reputation, I need to keep high in Formula One. I want to be in Formula One for a long time, and wherever's best, I'll be. And hopefully, my career in Formula One will be long enough to let me experience what I want to achieve and get those goals that I've always wanted as a child. I'm a Sahara Force India driver, and I'm very focused on achieving what I need to do. It's a tough time. There was a lot of movement. I'm sure there'll be a lot of movement at the end of this year, and it's about keeping yourself in the framework for building the future ahead.